Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Kyle here, back at the trade deadline with the Sabres in year two. As I mentioned in the last video, we're in a very good spot currently to make the playoffs, first in the East. So we're going to make a few moves. I have 3 moves lined up that I want to do. One is more of a depth move. One is like a special teams upgrade, and then one is kind of a lateral move that is more short-term than long-term, but I will explain. So the depth move, we're just going to pick up a depth center who's good defensively, just in case we want to fill in something like that. And then the special teams upgrade, we're going to move Jack Quinn because he's not really great at anything. Like, he's doing okay this season, 0 plus minus. He's got 29 points, so on pace for around 40 points, 20 goals-ish there. But yeah, he's just not great at anything. So I want to upgrade the power play. And so we're going to trade him. And then also the other move we're going to make, I'm going to move off of Bo Byram because same thing. He's not really like great at anything besides skating, of course. But I think we can do better overall team-wise if we move him, and he's also a free agent. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Maybe will be a mistake because I'm eyeing Matthias Ekholm, who obviously is old and could retire at any point, but defensively he's fantastic. He's got a great shot, and he's still pretty good. Puck skills, senses, skating is decent. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to trade Jack Quinn for Michelli, who will upgrade the power play, hopefully, at least with his puck skills. Senses are good too there, and he can play that third line role. And then we're just going to pick up Lizotte because he's got good defensive stats as a depth guy there. So let's go ahead and do it. I'd like to not think too much about these trades because then I end up talking myself out of them, but you know, we'll see what happens. We'll make some moves, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So we should be able to get Lizotte for a low draft pick, probably a 5th here. Yep, perfect. There we go. And then for Michelli, if we move Jack Quinn, is he? There he is. They do want him. They don't want to give up Michelli. He's got quite a bit of trade value. So this may not be a trade, actually, that I end up going through with because he's got quite a bit more value than Quinn. And obviously not making the playoffs last year. We haven't made it this year yet. I don't want to give up any of our like high-quality assets, like Vigo Bjork, obviously not going to give up. Let's see. Hellenius, he's close. I don't want to give him up. Wahlberg, same thing. Ostlund, same thing. Luca Rosen, no. Zach Jones or Timmins. We could give up one of these guys. Jones, maybe. Sure, let's throw Zach Jones in there. See if that goes through. That looks pretty even there. That actually might go too far off. Okay, let's see if we can get a low pick in there as well. Throw in this 5th too. Perfect. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. So Michelli will go right in for Jack Quinn. Jack Quinn, thank you for your time with the team. And, you know, I'm really hopeful that this move will end up working out. So, yeah, there we go. Michelli. Great. Okay. And lastly, the big move will be, of course, Bo Byram for Ekholm. Again, I'm a little bit wary of this, but the thing that needs the most help is our penalty kill. So I am hoping that this will be a move that improves that, or at the very least doesn't make our team a lot worse. So looks like we've got the advantage there, so I may be able to get a low pick. When I was looking earlier, I wanted to see if I could get Brad Lambert as well. 23, 80 overall. He might have hit his peak, actually, honestly. So maybe instead we'll just try. Yeah, let's just try and get a draft pick. Third. That probably won't go through, but we'll try that. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward. Bo Byram and a Bo Byram 4, Ekholm, and a third. And just like that, we are done with those moves. So Ekholm will go in there for Byram. Not a great fit on that line with Kesselring, but at least they're not a negative. And on the shootout, I'll have to fill someone in there. Is Malkin already there? No, he's not. Okay. And then power play. So first power play is obviously good. Ekholm on the power play. Yeah, he can play on the power play. He's got that big shot. Is he more power than 87? No. But yeah, that'll be fine there. Not really anyone else, I think. Like Josh Norris is not great offensively. McLeod is okay. Josh Doan, again, not great offensively. Krebs is pretty similar to Ekholm, so that's fine. Okay, so that'll be the squad there. We'll look to get Michelli on board with the scheme fit, and then other than that, we will move forward and see if that does affect our team in hopefully a positive way. So Michelli, scheme fit, excellent. And Ekholm was already 2 greens there, so yeah, we'll just move on forward. Other than that, like our goals for is really good, goals against is decent. It's just the special teams that need some help, and hopefully those changes can help out a tiny bit at least. Yeah, and we'll just look to keep our standing here. I don't think we really need to make any other changes. Like I like this top 6 a lot. Michelli, obviously, we just traded for. McLeod, I think, is really good on that third line. Josh Doan, I like as well. He's been decent. And then the fourth line, Wahlberg is growing, hopefully, just 21. And then Sissons and Krebs are okay defensively. Peyton Krebs is kind of whatever, honestly, but we can obviously improve that. Just a fourth line guy, and then the defense I think is solid. So the only thing would really be like a true starting goaltender, but we have Levi. He's gonna grow into that. So really, we don't need to make any huge moves unless there's someone crazy that's available for a decent price, but we'll obviously have a look. Other than that, we'll just continue forward here as we've already made our moves. So Brady Shea don't need, Vince Dunn don't need, DeBrincat, like I said, our top 6 is good. Darcy Kemper don't need. 1 year though. No, because Lion's been pretty good too. Troy Terry don't need. Noah Cates, Granlund, Falk, Trouba, Jordan Binnington. So yeah, not really anyone that's too exciting there. So we will just push on forward and hope to continue winning. Good Branson, definitely not. So we do lose back-to-back against Ottawa and the Rangers. We do come back with a win against Toronto, which is nice. Another game against the Rangers. We lose again. So need to get on a bit of a streak here. Boston we lose. Patrick Kane is injured for a couple weeks. That's not ideal. So let's get maybe just Danforth in there. Sure, whatever. Islanders, big loss, 5-0. So these are these moves are not starting off looking very good, but you know, might not be the whole picture, but it's not going great so far. Obviously, post trade deadline, but I think we're still well enough up in the playoff picture that that will be okay. And then we'll just hope to obviously have a nice run in the playoffs, and hopefully these guys all mesh together. Another loss against Jersey, that's 4 in a row. Another game against Jersey, 5 in a row. We do win against Florida finally. And Toronto, another win there. That's great, 2 in a row. Can we make it 3 against Carolina? We do. Patrick Kane should be fully healed for this game against Utah. He is. So that'll help, obviously, quite a bit. Zach Benson up to an 87. Love to see that. Justin Danforth has actually been pretty good filling in, but we will obviously get Kane back in there straight away. Still second line, but yeah, he's looking real nice. He's growing very well. Yeah, I know. Buddy, you've been injured. You've been injured, man. I hate that. That's why I don't like to make do those negotiations and make the promises, because it's ridiculous. He's been injured. Relax, man. And we made the playoffs. Excellent. Congratulations, coach. So, the streak has ended. The drought is over. Buffalo Sabres fans, the team is back in the playoffs for the first time in, what, at this point, this is 2027, so that's like 16 years. Crazy. Not ending very well, but we have clinched the playoffs, so that's all that matters. Back-to-back against Philly here. Win one, lose one. Might be able to catch the Leafs if we win these last 2 games. We do win that game. Game against Boston here to end the season. We lose in overtime, so we come just shy of the Leafs. But second in the division. So we'll play the Lightning in the first round. Second in the East as well by a lot. Metro was not great this year. And then overall, Jets and Avs ahead of us. Canucks and Oilers ahead of us. So 6th overall in the league. So yeah, pretty good season. Year 2 for the Buffalo Sabres. Mattias Ekholm, 193 games. What a warrior. That's really dumb as well that happens all the time, but whatever. Okay, so let's get a few days here. Confirm our playoff matchup against the Lightning, which will be a good one for sure. And take a look at our stats. So yeah, goals for pretty similar. Goals against pretty similar. Those dropped a little bit in terms of team or league-wide standings, but our power play and penalty kill both improved. So that was what I was looking for, so I'm happy with that. Still not quite where I want it, but hopefully in the playoffs they can continue to improve, and hopefully that'll lead us towards the cup. Dahlin, our leading scorer, as we may have thought. So let's just take a look at all of these stats here for our guys, and then we'll compare to the league, and then that'll be it for this video. And then the next one, we will get into that first round matchup against Tampa. So Evgeny Malkin, fantastic season for him, nearly point per game, 40-40 basically, shot a ton, which if he's around next year, I'd like him to be more of a playmaker, obviously, and Thompson to be more of the shooter, but can't complain. Tage Thompson, 35 goals. Obviously not quite his career high of 47, but he has improved from last year, which is great. Zach Benson, excellent season, career high for him, 46 assists, which led the team, well, wouldn't have led the team, led the forwards, and 20 goals. So yeah, nice step for him. Flip of almost plus 40 as well, which is awesome. He shot about the same, but way higher shooting percentage. Yeah, doubled his career high in goals, so that's excellent. He will continue to make steps. Patrick Kane, second line, decent season. Not much more than that for him that I wanted, so that's awesome. Kulik had a good year on that second line, 25 goals, which is great. Hopefully he will continue to grow also. Yeah, big step for him, career high. And Ryan McLeod on the third line, actually, but he was playing the second power play center, so he got a few power play points there. That's why he's a bit more than Norris. Josh Norris, whatever, he's not an offensive guy, so 40 points is pretty good for him. And then what did Michelli do for us in his time? 9 points in 21 games, 2 power play points, -4, so whatever. Pretty good for a third line, though. 6 goals. Cool. Josh Doan, third line. Okay, and then fourth line. These guys are all minuses, but someone's got to be. So that's okay. Yeah, it's pretty good out of the forwards there. Defenseman. Dahlin, obviously, insane year. 88 points, which is a career high. Yes, it is. 15 goals, career high in assists by a lot, plus 21, 12 power play points, just a beast. Our leader in so many ways. Owen Power with a great season as well. Hopefully he will continue to grow. Yeah. Nice there. Is that career high for him? It is. So he's continuing to develop well. Ekholm for us, what did he do? Hoping he was a plus player. No, he was not. -8. Not ideal, but okay. Kesselring, -8. So those guys struggled. But he was minus when Byram was with him as well. So let's not get too crazy about that. But a lot of points from the D. Even Bryson and Samuelson, 22 and 26 points. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. And then goaltending, yeah, these guys were good. Levi was good. And Lyon was, I would say, even great. So happy with the goaltending tandem there. And we will take a look at the whole league standings, see who's going to win which awards. So, wow, actually really close. Super close. Wow. I've never seen it this close, actually. Oh, actually, no. It'll be Ingram with a 920 and 38 wins. But crazy that these guys had all almost identical stats, which is super interesting. But Ingram with the Oilers, great season there. He'll probably win, either him or I bet Spencer Knight, maybe Volstead. But yeah, probably not Devin Levi because he split too many games and didn't have quite the stats. That's okay. Defenseman, see where Dahlin ends up. Third, but he did have the best plus minus, so he'll definitely be in the consideration. So there is potential for him to win the Norris there. So fingers crossed on that. And then just go all skaters. So McKinnon will win the Art Ross. The scoring is not super high. I might next year change it to high. About the shots. Shots are fine. But yeah, might change it to high scoring because only one guy over 100 points is kind of crazy. McKinnon will win the Art Ross, likely the Hart as well. Assists, Cale Makar, but Dahlin was second in the league. Amazing. And then McKinnon will win the Richard quite a lot. Second is Nazem Kadri, who, he tends to be a pretty good shooter and scorer. Cool. So that is that. That's a wrap on the regular season of year number 2. And in the next video, as I mentioned, we'll get into that first round against Tampa Bay, hoping for our first playoff win in who knows how many years. I'll get the number when I come back for that next video. But if you enjoyed this one, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for round 1. Thanks for watching.